Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the New York Knicks. For New York, I'm sure starting the season at home would be their preference because these fans are not going to make it easy on them tonight. But their focus is still going to be on walking out of that building 1-0. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before, Kenny has said it many times, it could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning of the season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's New York facing Seattle. Tip-off goes to Seattle. And now the New York Knicks starters. Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. Now here's Thompson. 6 to shoot. Taken away by Anthony. And a fast break now for New York. Anthony leading the charge.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Calderon pulls it in. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career-low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you had to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
Job one for them tonight, Kevin, getting back quickly on the defensive end of the floor. The real challenge when facing this team is limiting their transition points, and that, in no uncertain terms, is what he told his players going into this one. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Anthony. Passes it to Calderon. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Here's Lopez. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Smith kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Calderon passes to Porzingis. Anthony dishes to a Flalo. It's tipped. They recover it. The shot's good from Lopez. Seattle trails by 3. Jones, the pass to Cobb. Back to Jones. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 8th in free throw percentage. 14th in blocks. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
Anthony down low, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Carmelo Anthony Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh, and all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off. A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
And Thompson kicks to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Pass to Cobb. Feeds it to Smith. Smith on the wing. Now the pass to Thompson. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Knicks leading by 5. Anthony kicks to Calderon. The 3. No good. Seattle goes the other way with it. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And the basket good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New York.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Porzingis passes to Calderon. They set the pick. To the paint. The kick out to Lopez. All sorts of time. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
But they'll get another chance. Lopez with the steal. Calderon kicks to Aflalo. To the left side wing. Outside Anthony. Lopez a screen. 4 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Aflalo, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Q. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. That's 7 points for Q.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. The Knicks making a switch here. Roten's checked in. The Knicks leading by 4. Calderon dishes to Roten. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Roten. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older. More and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Dishes to Smith. Thompson passes to Jones. Now the feed to Smith. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Cobb for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Can't hit.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And there's the foul. It's on Q. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Roten. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And now we get a chance to check out Carmelo Anthony. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 24 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Seattle trails by 8. Pass to Cobb. Back to Smith. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Lopez with the block.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow him down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Smith kicks to Thompson. Jones dishes to Smith. Hugh passes to Cobb. Buries the long-range jumper. Clutch has got 6.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
1:35 left in the first quarter. Roten kicks to Calderon. It's Anthony with the drive. Rebound by Smith.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Q. And the 3 off target.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me. Another bucket in the paint? That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Roten, guarded closer, off on the layup. On deep, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. They'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Calderon passes to Carmelo. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. And that's now 9 points for Carmelo Anthony. And there's the pass to Cobb. Back to Smith. Passes it to Q. 1 second left. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot! And some